I'm here with a poster that I presented this summer at the International Society for Political Psychology, which is a pretty specific but pretty great group that looks at anywhere that politics and psychology overlaps. So my own research looks at how different minority groups appraise each other and minority perceptions of a minority outgroup. So this study was pretty straightforward. We were using data collected by Dr. Larry Aber and the Psych team. Psych is basically the name of this big data set measuring a lot of child outcomes in South Africa. And what I was looking at were measures in the data that showed how different minority groups in society perceived stigma towards themselves and stigma directed towards a minority outgroup. So the minority groups I was looking at were the extremely poor, like the bottom 20%, and this is a population that's all pretty poor in rural South Africa. So the extremely poor and the HIV positive, and I did find that each of these groups, if you were extremely poor, you were more likely to perceive stigma directed towards the extremely poor, and if you were HIV positive, you were more likely to perceive stigma directed towards people who are HIV positive, but there weren't any kind of translations of these perceptions, so being extremely poor did not make you any more likely to perceive stigma directed towards the HIV positive, and being HIV positive didn't make you any more likely to perceive stigma directed towards the extremely poor.